the hardest part. Watch your mouth.
All right, we are here, Shasta County, California, fairgrounds. Moderna DOSE 2, doing coverage.
February 13th, 2021.
Now, right before I rolled up here, right before 11 a.m., the ambulance showed up. They were here for a good, what would you say, 5-10 minutes?
Yeah.
And they had left.
Yeah, they did not transport. Not this time.
So we are getting that call on the radio recorded right now.
Those two is the scary one.
We're going to go make contact with whoever's the site manager is here. We have our 2-page, they're basically court citations, state court, federal court, Supreme Court, all kinds of stuff. Citations regarding independent freedom of the press, which is us. And we're going to go present this document to them, so hopefully we won't get the pushback that we have been getting the previous 2 times. So let's go and make contact.
Awesome. And there's a lot of cars here, folks.
And they're dividing up by names. It's supposed to go till approximately 5 p.m. Remember in the studies, they did not have everyone succeed in going for the second dose. They're called the fallouts, dropouts. Dr. Sherry Tenpenny discussed this. So a lot of people are under the presumption in the 5-page Moderna fact sheet that this has been successful and it's efficacious and it's all of the usual mantra. Well, that's why we're here to help go over that 5-page. Oh, we have somebody coming to say hi.
Yeah.
Okay, who's in charge here today?
I am.
What's
I
your
guess
name?
I'm the public
You don't
information
know.
officer.
It's
you're
Carrie.
Yeah.
It's hard to recognize you like
I
that.
know.
All right. So you don't have a site manager today,
Can
Carrie?
I take you out on the sidewalk where
Well, I'm fine here. We're more than 6 feet away from anybody else. I'm okay right here, right now. So I have a document to present. We had such pushback on the last 2 events that we arrived at. I had to do some research on U.S. case studies, case law, state, federal, etc. And it's very, very specific on independent media and the right of freedom of the press.
We're not treating you any differently than
I'm not.
other
No.
media.
I'm not making any allegations. Okay. What I talked about was what happened to us before has forced us to come up with our legal justification for independent media to show up at events and gather information for dissemination purposes.
You are absolutely.
So this is for you.
Okay.
I made that copy. That's for you.
To our county council, who's not here today, but I
Okay,
can forward
but
that
you're the
information
site
forward.
manager today,
Well,
so
I'm
it's
the
your
public information officer.
Okay, if there's no site manager and you're going to accept responsibility for being in charge,
I would be happy to accept
then that's for you. I will be happy to give one to Mr. Cruz.
Okay, perfect.
But that's for you today.
Okay.
And I'm going to highly suggest that you read that in the next few minutes.
Certainly.
Okay, because our intent today, this is public property. Everything happening here today is being funded by public tax dollars, both state and federal. There is no expectation of privacy, okay, as far as people being on public property, okay, being managed and funded by public tax dollars.
This is would you like to listen to my response to that?
Absolutely, I would.
Okay.
Absolutely.
This is a public facility that was rented, leased by Shasta County as a medical clinic. Just like you couldn't walk into a medical clinic in public health, you couldn't walk back into our vaccine area. This is the same thing. We've also consulted with council, and that's how that is. And so Channel 7 is on the sidewalk. You can see her over there on the public sidewalk, which is allowable for the media.
Where is she at?
She's over across the street. You can certainly go find her and talk to her if you'd like.
Well, here's a clarification. When we were at the Shasta Lake Community Center, John Day, however you pronounce that center, Mark Chapman from Record Search Site was inside the private area in the building and had his photos published in the Record Search Site.
Yes,
so are you aware of that bias and discrimination?
We have changed that policy since then.
Okay.
So what is the change now?
Right now, I was informed that it is when this facility is leased as a medical clinic, it is by invitation of the people who are here to vaccinate those people and the people who are here to receive vaccines.
Can we have access to that agreement? Because I've never heard of it where this is suddenly a medical
I'll do a public record. Did that come from county council? The legal direction must have come from Mr. Cruz.
Yes,
Okay, I'll do a Public Records Act with Mr. Cruz to get that document. Absolutely, I will.
We're just trying to cover every...
I just want to let you know,
We're not trying to be difficult.
okay, but there is an extreme reason why you need to read that, okay? because Mr. Cruz's assertions that we cannot be here on this public property, leased or not, guess who paid for the lease? The public taxpayers. Hold on. You need to read that.
Thank you.
You need to read that as a layman, okay? I'm a layman, I'm not a lawyer, okay? But my background is military police. That's all I did was read laws, enforce laws, interpret laws, etc. So I have a little bit of a background. So I wrote that in layman's terms so that even a site manager here can read that and say, ooh, I think we might get in trouble if we try to prevent independent media from gathering. It's
not independent media. It's anyone who is not here for the purpose of being vaccinated.
Okay, but again, the right of access for media to gather information in order to publish a story, it's in there. It's already been litigated. I'm not here to litigate a thing, ma'am. It's already been litigated in many courts. And Mr. Cruz is incorrect when he asserts that media cannot be here for the purposes of gathering information to do a story. He is absolutely wrong.
You guys are going to have to take that up with Mr. Cruz. I'm not in
Okay, but I'm not going to allow him to, through you, to violate my freedom of the press. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
Make sense? Okay.
So, quick question. I know you're busy, and we don't want to hang you up. And thank you for last night for talking to us very generously, Carrie. Thank you. I'm not exaggerating the gratitude we have that you're discussing and having a conversation and all of the rest. You have a background in journalism.
Yes,
so
I do.
You
I have a degree in
understand.
journalism. Yes,
We're
I do.
not trying to be pests and annoying. We'd like to get what's going on today. Are they monitoring people for 15 minutes or
We
longer?
always monitor people for 15 minutes.
Okay, are you aware that the person in New York at the Jacob Center fell dead after 25 minutes?
We have not had any incidents here in Shasta County.
Okay, I'm just saying that
being
15 minutes is some
vaccinated.
magical number that I don't know if they pulled it out of a hat or not. I'm not really comfortable with 15 minutes and then people drive away and have an incident, pass out, or crash into people. So it's a safety concern. The other question is, what ambulance company is here today?
I couldn't tell you which ambulance company is here. That I could find out if you need me to find out for you.
Yeah, it would help us with covering our news to get the facts.
Sure, of course.
Kind of what we do.
Carrie,
So,
Carrie, can you comment on what the ambulance was here about 10 minutes ago?
That's a private medical situation that I don't have the details.
and are they handing out the 5-page or the 2-page, or what kind of informed consent is being given to people that are driving through, even though they're here for dose 2? I presume they're getting Pfizer and or Moderna, or is it just one vaccine?
They're receiving, today is a second dose clinic for Moderna.
Okay, and you're aware that a lot of people in that trial did not complete the trial, they did not complete dose 2?
We are providing second dose of Moderna here at this
Right, so maybe I didn't get the answer. What paperwork are they getting other than just their vaccine card they're showing? They're not getting any paperwork on the fact sheet it's
They're
called?
aware of the emergency use authorization paperwork that is provided to when people receive that vaccine.
Yeah, because it was handed out at the clinic at Shasta
College, community college.
And yeah, in fact, we were actually going over the 5-page documents that we had called the fact sheet from Moderna, and we're just trying to go over the different aspects of it with people, and we were treated very rudely, saying, don't listen to them. And we're actually going over the Moderna paperwork. They think we had some
I'm
made
not
up
here to
stuff.
stop you from
No,
doing
I'm just
your
saying,
job. I'm
we're just trying to
telling you
cover,
that
like,
what is
every place
allowable
we
here.
go, it seems like the protocol's a little different, and yes, it's a different vaccine. I'm using air quotes, by the way. It's a genetic engineered device that's doing amazing things. Not any of them qualify as a real, true vaccine. So it just gets, I think, that qualification so they can get the immunity, not any legal trouble with it. So, okay, so you're not handing out paperwork today. You're just verifying that their card from Benton Air Park, that they've got that, and then they write down the date and the dose that they got. Is that what's happening?
When they get to the part where I'm working, yes.
Okay.
Yes, we write
Okay.
down the... Excuse me, we need you to not be... I'm sorry, we can't allow you to be...
I'm going to talk to the public official. He's got a security question for the security guy there.
Okay. I'm sorry.
All right, but do you have any questions for us?
I don't.
Okay, because we're aware that there's many clinics going on, Dignity Health, Vibra, all these other partners, and the media briefing last week was 15 minutes with one person, Mike Mangus, asking one question. And we are really concerned that we as independent people do not have an opportunity to ask a question and wait for a
You
town
guys
hall.
didn't show up for the town hall. We were very surprised by that.
I submitted a question, email.
No.
Well, the details weren't very clear on,
Very unclear.
very vague, so
Okay,
we
well,
had to.
we put it in our daily update, and Supervisor Clementi announced it in the room where all of you were for that Board of Supervisors meeting the day before the clinic.
Yes,
I'm
and
sorry, the day before the town hall
Yeah,
meeting. So,
and
he was there
It
in
was
the
very unclear because it wasn't clear if you could physically
and
show up.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt you, Lori, but you specifically asked me questions about it in an email, and I detailed it because the second date was incorrect. Remember,
Yeah, I do remember
Supervisor
that.
Clementi had said 23rd.
Yeah.
It was really the 24th, so I made sure to say it's the 3rd and the 24th, and
got
you
that.
can submit questions in person or in writing, and you opted to do neither. So
No, I've sent in questions all the time, and I had other people put in questions. Another guy had 20 questions.
and we
Yeah, you covered it.
answered all of them.
Well, I don't think all of them, but you can only do so much. But that was only a 45-minute town hall. It wasn't the full hour.
We asked all the questions that we
Yeah.
had.
Okay. Well, I plan to go in person this time because I don't want to have my questions filtered, altered, shifted, tweaked, or anything. I will have to drive in town. I don't live in Reading, but I will go there in person and ask the questions at the next. I don't know why they're called town hall. It's really not a town hall. It's a substitute for having appropriate people ask questions. My point is, I was stunned that the last media briefing only had one question from Mike Mingus. Stunned. And we're in the purple zone. We're doing all these vaccine clinics everywhere, and that was it. I'm just stunned. And there was other people waiting. Donnie was mentioned as being on the line, had nothing to say. Steve Gibson from
I'm sorry.
KQMS.
I mean, I'm listening to you, and I have other things that I
Okay.
need to do. And so, do you have questions for me, or
Yeah, real quick. So you're giving the patients after they get vaccinated. Where do they go? Can you just tell me where they go and wait to
they're
see if?
directed around? I have not actually been there this morning. They
Okay.
go around to another area where they wait.
Okay, how long do they wait?
They wait for 15 minutes after their vaccine.
Okay, and so if they do have a side effect, what's the protocol?
There's emergency medical people on site over there and to help
Okay.
if needed.
Okay, how do they signal if they're having a reaction, or how do
They
they?
have people walking around and checking on them, or they can honk their horn or yell out their window or whatever the case may be. And then when we check them, when they're leaving, we double check again with them and make sure that they're feeling all right.
Okay.
Okay, honking horn's a little funny because if they're starting to pass out and don't get to honk their horn.
Or the
that's
heart
why
stops.
We've got some eyes on them.
Okay. I'm just looking out for safety.
Yeah.
So are we. We agree. Very
All
important.
right. All right.
So as far as where we're allowed to go, you're saying what's the boundary
I'm
for
saying
us?
that just like any other member of the media, you are allowed to be on the public street, on the public sidewalk, anywhere that is not this leased space.
Do you have?
There's also a case law in there.
I'm not going to argue with you about case law. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I'm not
that's
going to
my
argue with
area
you
of
because you're
expertise.
wrong. With any respect, you're wrong. Okay, you don't get to determine what is the press zone. You don't get to determine that. The case law is right there for all of you guys to read in layman's terms.
I will be sure and share it with
Well,
Mr.
what I'm
Cruz.
saying is for right here, right now, I'm not going to wait for Mr. Cruz. It's Saturday, and I don't even think he's got a phone on on Saturday. He's probably doing what he's doing. Okay, and a right delayed is a right denied. Okay, not going to happen today. There's information there for you to let you know that you don't get to tell us where and when in this setting that we can be and cannot be. That's not constitutional. It's already been litigated. Okay. So we're going to be very polite, and we're going to, we'll go out there. Absolutely, we'll go out there. But this whole area is visually and audibly open to the public from anywhere, whether we're in the fence or out of the fence. This area is open to the public in that regard. So it doesn't matter if we're out the fence or in the fence. Okay. So we're going to do our thing. We're going to be polite. We're not going to obstruct. We're not going to delay. We're not going to be rude to anybody. And we're going to be able to talk to a couple of folks and get their impressions, consensual interviews, okay? And then, then we're going to go. We won't even be here that long. We don't plan on being here very long. We have lives. We have other things. I got other stuff I'd much rather be doing than be here, trust me. But as long as we're not interfered with, we'll do our thing and we'll leave sooner. If we are interfered with, delayed, moved, obstructed, then it's going to take us longer. So we would appreciate, in kind, we would appreciate that same respect with regards to our press activities today.
Are they getting vaccinated while they're in the driver's seat, or are they getting out and being vaccinated?
It depends, whatever they're most comfortable with.
Okay.
I just want to ask real quick, finishing my thought there. Do you have that in writing somewhere? I'm assuming there's no document in writing that says that we have to be behind the fence.
I don't have a document in my hands, but absolutely, by all means, we encourage you to
All right.
talk to council.
So thank you very much. Like I said, we're going to be very quiet, polite, and not obstruct and get in everybody's way. going to be out here as soon as we
Here to
can.
cover what's
We're
going
going to be out
on.
here as quickly as possible. Thank
Great.
you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eric.
Hello.
I don't know. I kind of got some people watching,
Do you
so.
think she's going to read it right now?
Read what? No.
I doubt she's going to read it.
No, she's paid off. She's been bought.
Yeah, I doubt it. That's okay. Hey,
Let's go
we have submitted.
Let's go interview the other press.
Let's go interview the press right now.
Oh, perfect.
Let's see
Yeah.
what they found out.
Oh,
You
man.
don't have to be out here. Give her an education. How many copies?
So, for respect to privacy, I'm not going to record their license
Copies, one,
plates.
just to have it
I
for
have
lab.
one. I can probably get one from my I brought four. Corey, did you get one of these?
The papers? Yeah, you gave me one.
So we have like a total of 4 here. 3 now because we gave one.
I'm going to put you together.
Hi, Channel 7. Yeah, we're out here. We're here in the form of media also. You're just doing B-roll right now?
What was that?
You're just doing background roll right now?
I'm doing B-roll, yes.
It's a long line. It's really getting longer. It's going out to the road,
Just so you know, we had a,
to the Highway 273.
How do you pronounce her name? Shuet? Shooty. Carrie Shooty. She's one of the Health and Human Services employees. She's in charge here today. She could not appoint me to anybody else that was in charge, and she said she was public information, so I guess she's in charge. Anyway, so we had a nice talk with her. Oh, by the way, why don't you take one of these? This is for you guys. This is
I'm
for the
okay.
press.
This is freedom of the press stuff.
So I had to give them some court
You don't
citations.
have to be out here.
I had to give them court citations in writing. That shows that they cannot restrict the press on these public events, publicly funded, public land, public everything.
They can't restrict
That's
you
gonna
either.
They can't restrict you either. So guess what? We just walked away from her, letting her know we're going to be here, both inside the gate and outside, and we're going to collect our
This is so
information to disseminate it on our platforms, and then
Hopefully
we're
it can
going to go.
run.
Awesome.
You guys have those same protections.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it, guys. Have a
Thanks.
good one.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yep.
Good job, Rich. I think you,
Educating the local press
I think
on
you-
their rights.
Let's see on this side.
I think you scared him away, man.
Probably.
Yeah.
So,
Thank
do
you
we
for-
want
They just, I'm
thank
pretty
you for
sure they
writing
just
that
got
up.
there.
Thank you for creating those documents.
I had
That's
to.
crucial.
I was forced to. I was forced to after our abuse we had.
Look, she doesn't even know.
They were kind
So,
of evasive.
I'm going to go talk
They
to
didn't wanna
Gary.
identify
I'm going to
who
go
they
across
were.
the
I
street,
had
talk
to
to Gary,
ask
catch up with him.
We scared him off.
But if you guys want to do a couple interviews, whatever, you know what I mean?
Well,
I'm gonna go talk to
technically-
Gary.
Technically, we should be able to catch them right here with our paperwork because they're on the street right now, and that's the entrance.
Well, we can catch them in here too. Like I said, if we want to get them in here, we can. Problem is the line's moving kind of fast, so you're going to have like 30 seconds to do that.
We can always walk with the cars.
I'm going to go talk to Gary.
All right.
All right. All my handouts are in my car. So go, get ready.
You guys are troublemakers.
What? They came at us.
I know.
They came at
In
us.
Florida.
I know, just like the other time. Oh man, this is
It's
crazy.
so hard to see us.
You know the word's out about you guys. Of course, and like I was telling him, these things here are just...
Hey, we're here. Hey, we're here.
Yeah, right. Neon.
Put your mask on, buddy.
So there is a lot of vehicles here, guys.
Wow.
Lots of
I
vehicles.
wonder if they're going to have enough to supply everybody.
Yeah. Oh, I just saw in the news today that they're going to up the doses per vial. Like,
Wow.
like I think it's from like what 10 right now to 15.
CCs?
Yeah, that many doses within one vial.
Oh,
I mean, they're
Yeah.
making the vials bigger.
Volume. You mean the
Manufacturing-
Volume, right,
Volume
right.
per
Yes.
dose?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, they're going to get more doses per vial.
Okay, then that means
More
they're doing
doses per
smaller
vial.
amounts if they're doing.
Huh.
We'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I gotta read that
Verify.
in more detail. But yeah, they're increasing the amount of doses they can fit in one vial. So
Well, and they're still paying people. They still want to pay. What is it? Your school loan debt. Found an article on that.
this is
So they
crazy.
can shoot you. The people, inmates, same thing.
So-
sooner release if we can poke you.
Oh.
Right. Well, if I'm
I
going to
didn't hear
die
about
anytime
that.
soon, I don't see the point in.
You know, my neighbor brought up a good point. Oh, well, you were kidding.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Oh, you're in there anyway, so...
Yeah. So I just wanted to
It's at
say
the lunch break, okay?
this whole from the signal light there to there, it's definitely picking up in traffic. Carrie didn't really want to answer any detailed questions. I know she knows these answers because obviously she's an information officer, right? So as far as where people are parking, if they have side effects.
When
She said back there somewhere, but I don't see cars over there. Unless, do you want to go walk over there and see?
Well, I was going to go grab our handouts.
Okay.
In case you folks are going to kind of do what we're doing. As we just have some classic handouts.
Watch a car and watch where they go. Just
Right.
to stage,
And we'll keep our distance.
should mosey.
Yeah.
Mosey over there, and you know.
This is scary stuff, guys. People are just lining up.
They're in masks
It's
in the car.
yeah.
In the car, masked up.
And they closed the
Wow.
fence on us, huh? So what do you want to do? I'm gonna stop this live feed and maybe start over.
Well, I want to get my handouts.
Yeah.
'Cause We
Okay.
have the Moderna one, and then I'm in the process of putting together a customized handout to give people
Right.
in the next clinics, because educators are next, right? This week here in town anyway. So yeah, the target group, and I do mean target group, is being identified all the time as they move through the tier system.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And this is only one county. Like, I mean, just imagine what's going on.
Oh, and the death rate's spiking, of course.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I got such a nasty response when I called both emergency rooms this morning, trying to ask a simple question. Have you had an in-service on adverse vaccine reactions? Do you know what to ask? Do you know what to look for?
Wow.
Nowhere. I don't know. You can call admin education on Monday. Okay.
Yeah.
You should know this right now. Unbelievable. Folks, this is where we're at. Just blind puppets following, parroting what they're told, whatever the script might be. It's no different than the weather people. They're reading scripts. It's the same censorship. And if you do ask too many questions, then you're annoying. How dare you be so brilliant to ask these penetrating questions?
All right, guys. I think I'm gonna stop this live, and then I'm gonna. You wanna?
I want to get papers.
Yeah. All right. Tune in a little bit, guys. Watch out for another live.
Go take a little break.
Be here shortly. See you soon.